Hello and welcome to webinar. In this webinar, we will discuss how Shopify can be integrated with SAP ByDesign ERP system via APPSeCONNECT. Also, we will showcase a demo video of the integration between these two applications. Myself, Madhuvanti Roy, I am the pre-sales lead of the InSync Tech Fin Solution. You can contact me on LinkedIn. Here are the details. So this is the agenda for today's webinar. First of all, we will discuss about SAP by Design. I will give you a short brief about SAP by Design. Later on, we will discuss about APPSeCONNECT, like what APPSeCONNECT is, what are the features we have, what are the architecture, how we can help you to connect Shopify with by Design, and what are the business benefit also, and why it is required. Also, we'll showcase a demo. And at the last session, we have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So SAP By Design is a single cloud ERP solution which handles all the ERP related stuffs. So it is basically used for mid-market companies and who want the benefits of large-scale business management applications without the need of large IT infrastructure. It enables companies to add business processes to solve immediate when it is needed. On other hand, we have Shopify for the synchronization. Right now, we are going to synchronize SAP by Design with Shopify, as I said. So Shopify, which is also a popular e-commerce platform, and million users use Shopify. Now come to so entire integration will be based on by using our product APPSeCONNECT. So what is APPSeCONNECT is right now, I'm just telling you a brief about APPSeCONNECT. So it is the name of our integration platform. It is an integration platform offered as a service, or we can call iPaaS. This platform bridges the gap by connecting different business applications and exchange critical business data. So in this case, that will be SAP ByDesign and Shopify. In this way, APPSeCONNECT helps to streamline the business process and increase the productivity as well. You can sync all the critical business data like sales order, invoice information. You can sync all the product related information. You can synchronize customer details like billing, shipping, address information, and all the details related with the customer, which increases the efficiency in processing of the data. We automate the business process, also boost up the efficiency of an organization. So right now, business across 75 countries. What we actually do. So our vision as an organization is to transform the modern days business, because we understand in every organization, every business, we have to use multiple applications. So if we are using multiple applications and these applications are not connected with each other, so this leads to inefficiency, this leads to error. Often the organization try to input the data manually as well. But if you have thousands of business data, then which you want to try to input manually in other system, this can create lots of error as well. This will also need lots of manpower, which is very time consuming. So we are trying to eliminate this by using the innovative and futuristic tool, which is APPSeCONNECT. Now, how does a platform works? So basically, we have these four section where we can show you we can tell you how the platform works for this synchronization. So we have two components for the synchronization. One is the cloud portal, another one is APPSeCONNECT agent. So once the configuration part is done, everything is set up. For the deployment, we follow the hybrid and cloud integration model. Like we have two models for the deployment. One is the hybrid integration, another one is cloud integration. If you are using one SaaS-based application like cloud application, another one is on-premise one. On that case, we'll go with the hybrid integration. So the hybrid model allows the customer to configure integration settings on the cloud portal, and you have to download and install the APPSeCONNECT on-premise agent in their own infrastructure. So the data transfer between application happens within the company's own network. And on other hand, we have cloud integration. So basically, when we are using both of the application on cloud, on that case, we go with the cloud integration platform, like a cloud integration model for the deployment. So where we don't have to install kind of software in your company's system, the entire integration process and data exchange work through the AppSeConnect Cloud Agent in the web portal. So once all the configuration is done, we can connect the details here. Now let's go to the synchronization part. So we can synchronize the data. So suppose you have customer in your Shopify, want to sync that customer from Shopify to ERP direction, that is of course possible. But sometimes we have seen that customer to maintain the customer, information in their ERP side also. Especially for the B2B cases, we also maintain customer information in our ERP direction. So on that case, we need the bi-directional sync where ERP customer also can be synced from ERP to e-commerce direction. We can sync a large number of data as well. For every integration, there is a separate integration point. Like for sales order, there is a sales order integration. For item, there is an item integration point. So for every integration, we have two trigger modes. We can synchronize the data automatically and manually also. So once everything will be set up automatically, you don't have to put any kind of data manually for exchanging the data. So it streamline the business process and also minimize the errors, which will eliminates the redundancy and errors, and help you to expand the customer employee satisfaction, because you don't have to pay attention all the time for data exchanging process for the integration types. You can totally focused in your business. You can focused on your marketing strategies. You can amplify or boost up your revenue and growth as well. Now, what are the benefits of having this integration? So as you know that it's already, I said that it's of course streamline the business process, because there is error, because we are not putting the data manually. It is pretty smooth for the synchronization. It will stop the manual, of course, eliminates the redundancy and errors, because there is no chances of errors. We are an all thing, so there is no chances of duplicate data present in your ERP or e-commerce direction, which is which is saves the time and efforts, of course, and we need less manpower to do these things, which is not time consuming as well. Also process the orders quickly and increase the sales. That means whenever the sales order is synchronized quickly, you can easily convert it into, you can easily do the fulfillment, you can easily do the invoice and payment scenarios quickly. So the entire process, the entire sales cycle quickly done, and it will of course increase the sales and boost up the productivity and the profitability. Now we have arranged a demo video, so let me just start that. So the demo is about Shopify and by Design integration, where we will be starting off with the customer sync, then coming to the item part where we also update the price of the item. Then we will go with the sales order, where I will place a sales order in the Shopify side, and that will sync from Shopify to by Design.
Hello and welcome to the demonstration of APPSeCONNECT. In today's demonstration, I will be showcasing you the integration between Shopify and SAP ByDesign by using our product APPSeCONNECT. So first of all, let us show you the architecture of our portal. So we have two major components. One is the cloud portal, another one is APPSeCONNECT agents. So this portal.appseconnect.com is our cloud portal which combines all the business logic. So here we have configured everything, like from app chosen to the mapping, everything will be configured by us here in our cloud portal. So here we have created two connections. So once we have created the connector between Shopify and ByDesign, automatically in both directions the connections will be showing. So you can go to synchronize the data from SAP ByDesign to Shopify, and if I go to the reverse direction, you can get to see the integration point which are available for the different direction. That means we support the bidirectional sync. So as I said that everything will be configured here, like all the mapping things will be configured here. Now for synchronization purpose, we will be using another component of ours, that is APPSeCONNECT agent, which is basically an integration engine which will be used for the trigger purpose, like for triggering the data. For performing every integration point, like for synchronizing every integration, there is a separate integration point. For customer synchronization, there is a customer add. For item synchronization, there is item add. For sales order, there is a sales order add integration point. So in our agent, you can see the different direction integration points here. If I expand that, so we support the bidirectional sync, as I said, and every integration there is two types of trigger modes are available. Either you can set the auto for the trigger mode. On that case, you just choose the auto in option, and you can set the timings minutely, hourly, and daily basis. So let's say if I put 5 minutes, so data will synchronize for every 5 minutes. You don't have to, it will automatically fetching the data and pushing it to the destination. If you set this as a manual mode, on that case simply choose the manual in option, and for the synchronization you have to trigger this play button. Once you have trigger, the data will synchronize here from one to another application. So this agent is basically pulls and pushes the data from source to destination app. APPSeCONNECT doesn't store or record any kind of information from your application, so your data will be 100% secure. It just works like a bridge between the application, which only passes the data from source to destination. So basically we have two components, as I said that, and also we follow two architecture model, like we have cloud integration and also the hybrid. So basically we have two model for the integration. So if you are using both of the application on cloud, on that case we'll go with the cloud integration, where everything will be set up in the cloud. You don't have to install any agent. Every agent functionalities will be setting up in the cloud version. But if you're using one on-premise ERP, another one is on cloud, on that case we will be installing this agent in your server. Now if you're using both of the application on cloud, on that case you have two options. You can choose any of one of them, like you can go with the hybrid one or you can go with the cloud one. For the synchronization, in this case for this demo purpose, I'm going to the front end of the Shopify and also create a new customer. So I will start off with the customer synchronization, where I'm going to create a new customer in the Shopify side, and then I will sync that customer from Shopify to by design direction. So let me create the customer details. So here I'm adding the first and last name, and this unique email ID has to be put in here for the customer. So I'm adding the unique email ID. Okay, so I have added all the information related to the customer. Now I'm going to add the password, and once I have added all these details, I can go to the address book, where I can add different billing shipping addresses. So this customer synchronization works bi-directionally. So if you have any customer present in your ERP side and you want to sync those back from ERP to Shopify direction, that is also possible. For now, I'm going to synchronize the customer from Shopify to ERP, like the SAP by Design direction. So now I'm going to the address book, where I can add different addresses for that particular customer. You can add different billing shipping addresses. For now, I'm adding one address as a default one, so I can use for both billing shipping purpose. So I'm using dummy address information. The zip code should be a mandatory one. I'm making it as a default one, so I can use for both purposes. So I can say that I have added all the details related with the customer. Now I'm going to the agent and I will sync that customer from Shopify to By Design direction. For that, you can set, as I said, you can choose the auto and manual every option. So for now, I'm choosing the auto option, and let's set the timings 1 minute. So once your customer is created, synchronized, you just go to the business partner data, and under the business partners, you can find the newly created customer in the SAP by Design side. So also we can check the result in our resync bucket. So this is our resync bucket, where you can check the result of the synchronization, like whether the data has been successfully synced or not. If any kind of failure occurred, all those details also mentioned here. Like suppose you're synchronizing a customer and forgot to add any mandatory field. On that case, If any mandatory field is missing, that will come up here in the recent bucket. Also, we have a error log where you can track the synchronization based on this timestamp. If any error occur, you can track the details over here. You can rectify the error and resync the data again. So once the synchronization is done, you can check the result here. And also, without this too, we have one more option, that is email notification. So after the synchronization, if you want to set a particular time and email ID in our setting space, so it will daily basis notify you like how many successful synchronization has been done, or if any error occurred or not. Everything you can get via mail. So you don't have to pay attention all the time in the agents. You can set the timing like every day at 12 a.m. I want that notification, so you will get that. So now I'm going to the SAP by design and let's search with the name which I have newly created. So let me just search with the surname. So here is the customer which I have created in the Shopify side. It is present here in the SAP By Design direction with all the details which I have mentioned, like the email ID, phone number, and the address information which I have added for that particular customer, which is showing here. So this works bi-directionally. So if you have an existing customer present in your ERP side, you also can sync that back from ERP to eCommerce direction. Now moving to the next integration point, which will be item sync. Now for item, I will create an item in the SAP bidirectional SAP by Design side, and then I will sync that item from SAP by Design to Shopify direction. So here I'm going to add the material ID for that particular item. So I'm going to add the item ID basically here, and after that let's put a material description. And once it is done, also I can put some details like this. And after that you can see that I have added all the purchasing, logistic, and all information. Now I'm going to save this item. Once this item is created, I have set the item sync in auto mode so that data will synchronize automatically. Also, let's update some price for this item. For updating price, I'm going to the price list. Here is the price list. And after that, let me open the best price. And here I'm going to add that particular item in the list price section. So for that, let me go to the items tab where I can add that item. So I'm putting a new row and let's find the item number. So here is the item. I've chosen that. Now let me put some price. So I have added the price and let's just save it. And once you have saved, you just need to release it. So my item and price is added for that particular item, and for both this I have added the auto sync mode, so I can go to the backend and quickly check that item like whether it is present in the Shopify backend or not. So for that I'm going to the products tab. So here is the item which I have created in the SAP by Design side, and it is present here in the Shopify direction. So let me just open this. And here you can find all the information related with that item which I have added, like the title, the description which I have put it in, which those are showing here. So this is the item name and this is the details tab. I have put it the description which are showing here. If I scroll down, the exact price which I have added for the list price section, which is showing here for the base price list. But if you have different prices to maintain for the different price list, and like for the compared price you want to put any other price, for cost per item you want to put some other price details, so those details can be synchronized as well with the item. So here, and this is the exact SKU which I have maintained in our by design direction, and which is showing here in the Shopify side. So you also can maintain the exact SKU of the by design, like the ERP SKU you can maintain in the e-commerce direction. So this is also a bi-directional process. So if you have any existing, items present in your e-commerce side and you want to sync those items back from e-commerce to by design or e-commerce to ERP direction, that is also possible. So now I'm moving to the next integration point, that will be order synchronization. So for the order sync, I'm going to the front end, and here I have already the customer which I'm logged in, and I have synchronized this customer also. So this is present in our ERP direction. Now let's find an item. I have stock for that item. So I'm opening an item so that I can place an order. So here is the item. Now let me just place an order for this particular item, and I'm going to the cart and going to check out. So after that you can put the address information. So you can, as I said, that you can add different shipping addresses too. So I'm keeping it as the same. So continue with the shipping and going with the shipping method part, where you can add different shipping method. For now I'm using a dummy shipping. Real world scenario, there is so many shipping method details you can add up with the order, so that this amount will be calculated. Of course, with that you also can put up some extra, like the shipping method name. You can synchronize the transaction ID along with the, along with this order. So I'm going to the payment scenario. After that, for the payment, I'm using the dummy credit card information, but of course if you want to use some other information, that can be also possible. So let me just add, like in the real world scenario we have PayPal, we can use debit card, cash on delivery, and other options. So those information also, like the method name along with the transaction ID, can be synchronized with the order. Now you can see I have added the credit card information, and if I click on the pay now, then the order will be placed. So the order is placed now. Now I'm going to the agent, because I'm going to synchronize this order from Shopify to SAP by Design direction. So for synchronizing the order, so for the sales order, I have set it in manual mode, so that's why I have to trigger, but you also can sync is in auto mode like the previous one. So after that, I'm going to the SAP by Design side, and under the sales order, let's find the sales order here. So I'm going to the sales orders tab, and click here. So you can find all the orders. So let me just open that. So here is the sales order which I have created in the Shopify site. Here all the details are mentioned for the sales order. Here is the billing, shipping address details for that particular customer and order. Here is the phone number, email ID. If I scroll down, you can find the line item which I have added, so which is showing here for that particular, and you can see the total amount also. So I have added only the default details for the synchronization purpose, of course, but apart from this, if you want to add some other information, if you have different types of taxes, different type of freight charges, those information can be calculated, can be easily synchronized. And also for other integration point, if you'd like to add some other information along with the item sync or along with the customer or order sync, those information can be synchronized as well if the APIs are present. So basically the entire integration is based on API and web services and all those things based on. So if the APIs are present for the synchronizations, we can definitely synchronize the details in between ERP and e-commerce. So these are the integration point which we have configured for this demo purpose. If you have any question to ask, we are here to help you out. So please let us know about the questions.
So in the meantime, if you have any question, please raise your question. We would be happy to answer all your queries. So I have already received some question. I will proceed with that. So what specific SAP model should Shopify integrate with? You can integrate SAP B1, SAP by design. We have synchronized, like for Shopify, we can integrate with, we have already connected with SAP B1 and SAP by design, SAP ECC as well. And next question is that approximate integration time. Okay, so if you want to have a, I mean, if you want to have the integration automatically, on that case, the minimum time will be 1 minute for the auto synchronization. Or we have three options. You can rather choose the auto mode. For auto mode, you can set the or schedule the timings like minutely, hourly, and daily basis. For automatically synchronization, the minimum time is 1 minute. For the manual mode, you can trigger the integration point and it will synchronize. Also, you can schedule like every day at some time, like at 12 a.m. you want to have the inventory sync or something, so that can be scheduled as well. And for auto sync, the minimum time is 1 minute. So if there is any error for the synchronization, we have two options to check. First is the resync bucket, where you can get to know about the like like success and failure messages. You can check there. And also we have a error log, where if any error occurred, you can check all the transaction related of integration based on the timestamp. You can easily rectify the error. Like if you are synchronizing a customer or something and you forgot to add a mandatory field, so you can rectify that will come up that some mandatory field is missing, or you have missed the email ID, so it will come up in the resync bucket that some email ID is missing, something like that. So you can easily rectify the error and resync the data again. So we have an option to resync. So suppose you have synchronized 5 items for one time and you are getting error for one. So when you check the error and rectify the error, resync the data again, you just need to check that particular item and resync. That doesn't mean the entire process will resync. Only that particular item for which you are getting that error, that will resync again. So the integration is based on, based on the APIs and web services. So we are using APPSeCONNECT for synchronizing the data in between Shopify and SAP by Design. For Shopify side, the integration is the mapping is based on the APIs, and in the by design side, all the integration is based on the SOAP UI, like the web services, like SOAP web service V12 will be used for synchronizing the data in the by design side. So there are many more questions over mail, of course. And I would like to thank you all the attendees for participating in this webinar and spend your valuable time with us. I hope you have enjoyed this session and we have provided some useful information to you. Please let us know if you have any question. We will get back to you over mail. Thank you all. Have a nice day.